Good morning, everyone. It is a really beautiful morning here. It's the first morning that we haven't had rain in such a long time. It looks like it's going to rain, but it's not for the minute, and it makes me very happy, and I just want to take in as much of it as humanly possible. So I just had the random urge to wake up super early this morning. I set my alarm for 6 o'clock, 6:30. The sun rises at 7:30, so I just got up, made coffee, and then just spent it watching the sunrise. And I went down to the beach and just flew the drone around, and I was just watching the sunrise over the Waitakere Ranges here, and it was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. And I came home and I already just feel so fulfilled from this day, just by starting my day being in nature and creating. And I actually realized this morning, and partially last night, how important it is for me to create and to be in nature. There are two things that no matter what is going on in my life, no matter what I'm stressed about or anxious about or worried about, nothing else matters when I'm in nature and when I'm creating. It's like I can get into this world where I just appreciate life so much, and it just reconnects me with what's important to me. And I think as long as I have those two things, anything else that happens in my life, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't. When you look out and watch a sunrise like that, nothing else matters. And it's so beautiful to realize that. I can't wrap my head around it this morning. It's starting to spit a little bit, and I don't care, I don't care. And especially after the last month or so, where I've felt a very big slump in my energy, I haven't felt creative, I haven't felt motivated or inspired. And in the last couple of days, I've been feeling those things come back to me and reawaken. And I think a large portion of why it's reawakening right now is that I'm making an effort to go outside, to get in nature, to create. I'm kind of forcing myself into it at first, and then the more into it I get, the more inspired I get by it, because it's a cycle. I don't know if I'm making any sense at all, but I'm just so high on life and nature, and it's raining right now, and I love the feeling of it on my skin, and I'm so excited for the day, and I just have all of these plans and visions and inspirations of what I want to do today. And it just feels so good because I haven't felt that in such a long time. And the coffee is good as well. I love this plant so much. One of my most recent favorite hobbies has been collecting houseplants, I guess. And this is my Queen Marble Pothos. She's the first plant that I bought as an adult. I had my peace lily, and she was given to me by my mum when I moved out of home, and I've had her pretty much my entire life. But this guy, I remember seeing it on a plant store online, and I fell in love with it, and I was like, I have to have one in my house. And I had this vision of having it here and having it grow all the way down to the ground to cover the fridge, because this is our fridge here, and it's just kind of ugly, and I wanted it to just be like a living green wall. And she's getting there. She was so small when I got her. She didn't even come up to about here. And it's been maybe like 6 months or so that I've had her, and she just continues to grow. It's the middle of winter and she still puts out new leaves all the time, and I'm just so impressed with her. But she's getting a little bit stringy at the ends here, and I have been getting into propagating, and she's really easy to propagate, and I just love when friends come over, and a lot of the time we'll be sitting in the lounge here and they'll look at her and they're like, wow, that plant is amazing, she's so beautiful. And because I've got propagations going, I'm like, do you want a piece? Like, do you want a plant? And then I give them a plant, and it's one of my favorite things to do when people come over. So I want to propagate her again. And I've been meaning to do it, but I just see her putting out new leaves and I just can't bring myself to do it. But I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna take off this guy here and just trim her back a little bit just to even everything up so that she just grows a little bit less leggy like this. And also these leaves down here are just getting a little bit small and bunchy, and I just have been meaning to kind of prune it back. So I'm gonna get into that. And I just like, a part of me doesn't want to because I just think she's so beautiful and I don't want to stunt her growth, but she's gonna keep growing anyway, so I might as well just do it now so that when springtime comes around, she can be all fresh to push out new growth and it can all come down nice and easy. So I'm gonna do that. So I'm just gonna cut right in the middle of this here, so I get left with a node here and a node here, and I can even see this guy here is wanting to push out some new growth there. So I think if it starts growing, it'll be really strong there. So I'm just gonna go a little snip, just, yeah. Oh my God, I'm sorry, baby, I'm sorry. I just felt like oh God, I hate cutting my plants. I hate it so much, I feel like I'm ruining them, but I'm not. I'm making new plants, we're making new plants. So then, what I'm gonna do is this guy at the end here, I'm gonna do like a stem tip cutting. So I'm gonna cut it just about here where I can see these kind of aerial roots coming out, because that'll give me like the best chance at getting roots. So I'm gonna cut it there. And then that guy can just sit in the water just like that. Submerge his aerial roots there. And then with these guys, I'm just gonna do
it's just stem cuttings is what they're called. I'm not sure of the exact name, so I'm just going to cut it a little bit closer here, cut that guy off, and then cut on the other side of the node here. So we've got like a little stem that looks like that, and then that can get popped in there just like that as well. And then we'll just do the same to the rest of them. And then we've got a nice full mason jar of some cuttings, some propagation there. These are some ones that I've been propagating for, I think I got them into the water maybe like a month or so ago, and they've started shooting out roots. Well, not started, they've really got some really strong roots. I should probably plant these up. But these are the ones that I've kind of been giving to people when they come over and they say that they love my plant, and then I'm like, do you want one? And then I give them a little tip like this, and they're really happy because then they can grow their own little plant with it. So I've just got them sitting in water for now because they're waiting to go to their new homes. But yeah.